Good morning. It's the 10th of July 2012, and we sure have a interesting setup here with a double top and coming back to the deeps for this short range. Really looks like a short opportunity, but I can't get any of these indicators to agree with it. 610's right on the rail, and of course we have almost no volume, yet it's still pre-market. Okay, we see price has risen to this top, broken this top. This could be an opportunity for long, but pre-market I don't think so. Okay, the market is opened. Our volumes have come up, and we're having a knife fight right here at this high. We'll see if we break through for an AB equals CD pattern, which would get us way up to here, or whether we
377 change up.
this considerable separation plays out and we have a short. We have achieved a 50% retracement on this 28K chart. Touching the 50, that means we are qualified now for a move down, so we'll want to watch for that. Could be coming from above on the 610 here. Got separation on these other charts, so that's a possibility. If this 10K chart closes above this Bollinger Band, should have more up. That's a pretty huge long-term move. Okay, volumes have fallen way off, and we could have another pullback before heading higher. But if we get if this BB prints below this Bollinger Band, we'll be looking for a short. Okay, this BB printed right above
987 change down.
Right on the Bollinger Band. So it's a weak indicator, although this bulge is pretty meaningful. We'll see what happens with this baby. Just not getting the kind of conviction you want for a short. Okay, this BB's going to print, and it's down, so we're looking for a short here.
Order pending. Order filled.
Okay, we're in for a short. Placed our stop above the last pivot, and we would hope to get down to this area. Okay, we're making a little progress. I did not notice this BB printing above the Bollinger on the 10K, so that's a big picture snapshot against us.
1597 change down.
Okay, we got another confirmation. Our 987 is printed below the upper Bollinger. If we can get the 1597 to do the same thing. Well, that's what we want to see. Okay, we're making some progress, and I've pulled my stop up to break even plus a couple ticks. volumes are kind of low. Getting a little nervous.
Target filled.
All right, I took a profit. Looks like I got 1.5 out of this run. Why did I get out? Just a little bit apprehensive that we're not going any further. So let's see how that turns out. Okay, I'm trying to analyze why I got out of that trade here. I had not drawn a fib. When I did, I saw that price was recognizing this 50. It easily could rise back up to this fib and then down. Of course, just as likely it could go down to this major fib. So maybe I was aware of that. I've drawn so many fibs that I don't think I have to do it to recognize the distances, but if I didn't recognize that, it was more of a subconscious thing than conscious. Okay, a common pattern is to come from this fib to the 50 and then back down and then reverse. So we'll watch for a reversal at this level. Following the pattern we just mentioned, sure enough, we came up to the 50, closed above, coming down to the major fib. This would be like a 76 or 23, depending on which way you've got it set up. We've touched it. We're now qualified pattern-wise for a retracement if we get a good bar set up. Hey, that's what the rules are. You can go anywhere down to here, in this area, and still be in this deep. If we pass through this fib, then we're kind of have a different situation. We've got a little mini head and shoulders forming here, but look at this bounce on 440. Whoa, bunk. When you see a bounce like that, that usually means you've got some energy to continue in that direction. And here we got a pretty good straight line, although there is some separation. Could be coming to the rail here. If we do, that's more indication of further down. So we're not interested in this trade yet. There's some news at 9. We've got a IBD Investor Business Daily tip economy optimism report. Probably not that important, but you never know. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, now we're going into the deeper section of this fib area. I think this bounce is doing its magic. And this guy coming almost to the rail. It's pretty serious too. Would have been nice to stay in this short, huh? My lesson from this trade is you need to have your target better defined, and I did have a target defined, but I think it was pretty optimistic. It was down quite a ways. Here 610 is coming down to a pinch on the center line that could cause quite a bit of hold up in the progress one way or another. Okay, here we got a pretty nice head and shoulder setup, kind of unusual. Not really interested in it yet. Here we're getting a pretty good foot formation on 233. Could be coming around. We got a nice bulge here under 440. It's got separation here. Need a pretty sharp up or on the next BB following this one to go for that trade though. With this guy in the rail, he's saying We're going further down. This really is probably an opportunity to get in back on a short with this pullback. Down here, if we break through this 803.45 right in here, that's an opportunity for a short. Could make at least a point there. Pretty very likely that you would make it. Okay, I've set up an order to sell if price comes one tick below this pivot, and I'll show you later why I did that.
Order filled.
Alright, we've come below that pivot. I'm going to give this some running room, and 801.8 is our target. It's not a big win, but the certainty of making it down there is pretty high. I'll show you about that later. Okay, we made a jump down here. Should be able to make it to this target. There's a point in between that's also considered sacred, but that's such a short distance. That's only less than a point. This is really only around 1.5 points, but again, it's supposed to be so reliable that this is the only trade some people make, this kind of trade here. That's all they do, and they make a good living at it. So we'll see if we get down there. Okay, we're approaching the target. Still got good strong downward indicators, and now we have the 4181 that's come inside the band with a pretty fair down V. It's at the center line though, so that means he could stall out there for a little bit. And we're getting kind of underneath this 610 with separation. That's not a good sign either. 987 is still strong, and 1597 is really strong, so should be able to get down there. Just seems to take forever. Patience is really a virtue, but unless you want to be a scalper, you got to be very patient. Okay, here we come again. Should be able to make it.
377 change down.
Just kind of teasing us today.
Target filled.
Alright, I just didn't like this stalling anymore. I'm close enough to the target to reap the benefits. Okay, we've been trading for roughly 45 minutes. Let's see how we did. Here's yesterday's results. 1.7, had to really fight to get that back into the green. Now we'll look at July 10th. Had 2 trades for 2.4 points. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. Best of trading to you, and see you tomorrow.